Have you ever dreaded a family gathering, already bracing yourself for that comment or look from your in-laws that just gets under your skin? You're not alone. Many of us have been there, replaying awkward conversations in our minds, wondering if there's a way to finally keep the peace, without constantly walking on eggshells. Let's be real. Managing relationships with in-laws is tough. These are the people who raised your partner, who've influenced who they are today. But sometimes, when boundaries get crossed or behaviors turn toxic, it can feel like you're stuck in the middle. Do you prioritize family harmony or protect your own peace? It shouldn't have to be a choice, but often, it feels like one. Today, we're diving into the art of managing those tricky in-law dynamics. We're not here to spark a family feud. Instead, let's explore practical ways to set healthy boundaries, communicate with kindness, and safeguard your peace without sacrificing your values or relationships. So stay with us to learn how to balance family ties and personal peace, and finally say goodbye to those uncomfortable gatherings. Toxic behaviors aren't always obvious. Sometimes they're hidden behind smiles, small talk, or even an innocent question. Imagine you're at a family dinner and your in-law asks, "When are you having kids?" You try to sidestep, but they press on. Comments that seem harmless at first can chip away at your confidence over time. Classic signs include boundary overstepping, constant criticism, unsolicited advice, and emotional manipulation. It's about recognizing patterns, not labeling anyone as bad. Awareness helps you protect your peace. 2. Weight comments. Another all-too-common scenario. The comment on your weight. Picture this. You walk into a family gathering, feeling good, and someone says, "Looks like you've put on a little weight." It's often meant to be lighthearted, but it doesn't feel that way. A good way to respond? Humor. If they say, "You've gained weight," you could say, "Oh, you noticed. Winter insulation." This helps keep it light without taking the comment personally, and often lets the other person realize it wasn't necessary. 3. Playing the victim. Ever feel like you're always the bad guy for setting boundaries? Maybe you've planned a weekend with friends, but in-laws drop by unannounced and guilt trip you with, "We thought you'd spend time with us." It's a classic victim mentality, where your reasonable boundaries become personal slights. Acknowledge their feelings without taking responsibility. "I understand you're hurt, but I need a balance in my life." It's okay to hold your ground while still being empathetic. 4. Ignoring your parental roles. Imagine coming home to find your child wired on sugar thanks to an indulgent grandparent. You set rules to protect your kids, but they keep forgetting. Approach with respect. One friend handled this by saying, "I love that you're bonding with the kids, but our rule is no sweets before dinner." Framing it positively can create more understanding and respect for your boundaries. 5. Guilt tripping. Guilt tripping is another tool toxic in-laws might use. Ever heard, "I guess we're not a priority," or "We're not getting any younger"? These statements carry emotional weight meant to sway your decisions. One way to handle this? Don't carry the guilt. If you get a message like, "Too busy for family?" pause and remember, it's okay to prioritize yourself. Let them know your plans are firm without changing them out of guilt. 6. Financial boundaries. Money talk can be tricky. Ever had an in-law ask, "Are you sure you can afford that?" It might seem caring, but it often feels like a hidden judgment. Handle it confidently. A calm response like, "We've planned for this," sets a boundary. If it continues, a gentle conversation may be needed to clarify your need for financial privacy. 7. Gossiping and negativity. Family gossip can feel like poison. Private issues somehow make it into the family chat, and minor disagreements turn into major conflicts. One way to cut it off? Set a boundary on privacy, like saying, "We prefer to handle these matters privately." Stay calm and redirect conversations if negativity or gossip arises. Eventually, they'll realize you won't feed into it. 8. Unannounced visits. Unexpected drop-ins can disrupt your day. If this happens, keep a polite but clear boundary, perhaps suggesting they call beforehand next time. Humor also helps. A lighthearted, "You sure know how to surprise us," can make it clear without sounding confrontational. 9. Treating you like a child. Some in-laws talk down to you as if you don't know what you're doing. Like when you mention redecorating and they jump in with, "Let me handle it for you." It feels infantilizing. Address it respectfully. I appreciate your ideas, but I'd like to make my own choices here. Setting this boundary gently but firmly encourages more mutual respect than manipulating your spouse. Lastly, manipulation. Maybe they compare your spouse's choices unfavorably to others in the family, making them question their decisions. Communicate openly with your spouse. Let them know how these comments affect both of you, and work as a team to set boundaries with family together. Standing united helps create a stronger dynamic between you. We'd love to hear your experiences. Have you been through something like this, or know someone who has? How did you handle it? Share your thoughts below, and let's discuss ways to deal with mother-in-laws. Wrapping up, your peace is priceless. Managing toxic relationships, especially with in-laws, is about protecting your peace while remaining kind. By setting these boundaries, you're allowing genuine, healthy connections to thrive. Remember, it's not just about making the relationship work for them, but ensuring it also works for you.